Huge guys count right there if you want. I got chills from that welcome. That's amazing. How are you guys?
Good, I was trying to videotape and I just took a picture, so tell how technologically advanced we are in real life.
You've seen this before, I think, beside you, right? The Lego?
That is crazy. Did someone here build that?
Yeah, Dave from Brickwares.
I had a feeling that was his work.
Yeah, he's here at the expo as well, so that's pretty cool.
Well,
it looks like you're growing out of my butt.
Yeah. I am your tail.
This is, these cameras, these people, are you guys getting used to this? What's that like?
Well, we hired these people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's freezing outside, and which is why everyone's huddled inside.
Don't say it's freezing. This is summertime. We're wearing 4 layers.
Yeah. You grew up in LA, I grew up in India, so we're screwed anyway.
Really awesome. Look, normally I ask questions, but the lineup of questions is huge already, so we're just going to bounce back and forth. We'll start on the side. Probably one of your youngest fans, I think, is ready to go.
Where are your parents?
I'm divorced with my dad, so my mom's divorced. I'm not really married.
Wow, you guys start young in Canada here. I'm thrice divorced. I'm in the 6th grade.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
I just insulted him.
Did you ever expect to be so popular when you started on the show?
Yes. Next question. No, I don't. That would make us lunatics. I think if we walked around foreseeing this or predicting this. It's hard to make shows that people watch. I've been on a lot of shows and some were great and no one watched them. And I think when we did the pilot, though, we thought something special was happening. But I would never have guessed this. Kunal, I think, guessed it. Kunal is very positive and very.
I didn't know. How did we know? Do you know that we'd be in Edmonton in years,
He was like, this is going to be a big hit, trust me. I was like, no, I've got a question. At least in Lumia's life,
we were just happy to be working. We were happy to be on a show. Like, as a working actor, we didn't know it was going to do this. We didn't know it was going to...
We didn't even know what Edmonton was when we started. And now we're very well versed. We were... Yeah, it's just... We did the pilot, and then there was a writer's strike, so production shut down for 100 days, and they said, you may never come back, and we'd only done 7 episodes, so...
If you actually watched that episode, we rehearsed it. I was super skinny, then I came back after the writer's strike, and I put on all of this...
He's fat in Act 2, but in Act 1...
So no, we're humbled.
Blown away, but...
Had you guys ever run into each other before being cast?
No.
No.
We just talked about a really funny thing that happened. The first thing I ever said to Simon when I saw him, because on his IMDb credential page it says he was 6'2".
Well,
and I realized he's actually only 2'6", so...
I'm dyslexic.
Who needs writers?
Yeah. I got out of my car and he said, "You're not 6'2". And I said, "Well,
like Russian."
Every time I impersonate you, it's going to be from a different country. Yeah, well, someone lied and embellished. I'm not 6'2", but for all of you out there that can't tell, maybe I am. Maybe I am 6'2". We'll never know.
6'2" where it counts. Where are your parents?
Where are your parents? My God.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That's a good first question.
All the children are running.
Thank you very much. Okay, over here on the left.
Alright, sorry, next question.
Hello. Hey, I'm Cassius Morris from ThatReportingKid.com. I was just wondering, do you think the show would be a lot different without the laugh track?
Wait a minute. How old are you? You have a newspaper?
16 years old.
So that 10-year-old's been divorced and you run a very successful...
Things are different in it.
I'm engaged, actually.
Okay, well, boy, the U.S. is really slacking.
We actually don't have a laugh track. We shoot in front of a live audience. So
and they mix it. They actually, this sounds really pompous, but they condense the laughs to save time, and so it does have that a bit of that feel where it's just like, and you think, well, that's not human, but it is, we shoot in front of humans.
Tuesday nights, in front of a live audience, about 250 people.
And if they don't laugh, the writers rewrite until they get a laugh. So we're never standing there pretending to hold for laughs. We're fortunate because we have great writers and people that want to laugh. So
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Over here. It's a very small person or no? Oh, there we go. Green person.
Hi. I love you both, but my question is actually for Kunal.
so you clearly love us both then, right? Well, you're green, that's okay.
It's going to be a tough question, I'm sorry. How does it feel to be such a dominant representative for minorities in geek culture? And if you could change something about your character, what would you change?
This is like 60 minutes.
It's a very good, serious question.
I don't know. I should have done therapy this week. But I didn't set out to. It's cool. It's wonderful to be in a position where I represent minorities, but I never set out to represent minorities. I just wanted to be an actor. So that became a product of that, which is nice, and it's nice to be in a position where I can help people or help inspire people, to live out your dreams, no matter what race you are. But I never set out to do that on purpose. I just wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to be on a sitcom, and it worked out, thank God. And then what was the second part?
What would you change about Raj, if you could change it?
I mean, where do we start? I thought it would be in honesty, actually, when the writer said that Raj is, when I read that script and I was like, oh, I'm going to be able to talk to women now, I had a sort of a panic, like a little bit of a panic, because I'm like, is that going to completely change Raj, But everything that he whispers in Wolowitz's ear, he just says out loud now, so I don't think that there's been much difference, except you hear the horrible things that go on in his head.
Less hot breath on my ear. Thank you, writers.
Thank you. Over here on the left.
Yeah, hi, thanks for coming to Edmonton. My friend Curtis Davis and I were at your Valentine taping. It's amazing to see if you get tickets, but it's great to go to. Simon, I was wondering, you just did a charity buzz thing that you gave a tour, and for a fan thinking of getting into the bidding, how was their experience? And Canal, my friend Curtis Davis is the one always saying to your wife, Miss India at the SAG Awards, and I was wondering while you're answering, could I just give you a couple of pictures?
I'm so confused. You want pictures of my wife?
No, I have pictures to give to you while you're answering.
You took pictures of my wife? Security. Thank you, I know.
At least he's admitting it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know what the rules are. You can answer the charity question.
You can bring them up here and we'll grab them if you want. And give them
Were you wondering about what the experience for the
fan?
For the fan, well, it was a great thing. I mean, I was trying to raise, when I can, I think a couple charity things I did that for were theater-based stuff, which theater's always struggling, and so, yeah, people wanted to come and donate, and I took them on a little tour after the show and showed them.
Sheldon's Spot, they got to sit in Sheldon's Spot.
Yes.
Photograph.
Yeah.
The funny thing about Sheldon's Spot is that there's only one cushion that's been the same cushion for 8 years. So what they do in rehearsal is, because they're worried that that cushion is going to get dented and damaged, we use a rehearsal cushion. Did you know that?
I didn't really know that, no.
Am I making that up? Does that sound
Yep. It's a lie.
It's not made up.
You don't need to impress them,
No, it's just a fun fact.
Look, rehearsal cushion is a Hollywood term for knowledge.
see movies like that. Great,
All right,
thanks.
thank you.
Over here on the right.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So my question is, throughout the series, we've been kind of waiting to see the appearance of Howard's dad. And if it were up to you, who would you choose to represent that character?
Oh wow, I've been asked it before. There was a period where I was saying that I wanted Ringo Starr to play my dad, but it was just because I wanted to meet Ringo Starr. And I don't know if that's going to happen. So, but I think it'd be kind of cool. I have heard that we might meet him soon, like in either this season or next season. So I leave it to, we find out a lot of information the night before. So I'll probably open the script, and if my dad is in there, I will look and see who's playing it. And
What if it's Raj and like he's like, I am your father? So that'd be like too much on the nose, and it wouldn't make sense.
Indian dumb crap.
I'm done. Yeah.
And you'd be 60 years old too, which would be a whole other...
Big Bang's biggest mystery solved.
Yes, there it is.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Over here on the left.
Have you ever read the lines and then told the director, I don't think this works for who my character is?
You sound upset. Are you okay? Are you working some issues out right now?
I think sometimes there'll be, the writers are so phenomenal at what they do. We really don't say anything to them, but sometimes there'll be a line that just doesn't sound right. That we'll say, hey, can we say it like this, or can we add an okay or a but, just so we can make it, make it flow better.
Yeah, it's pretty, and they catch all of it. We kind of all do our jobs and listen to each other, and changes that need to be made are naturally made. And that's why the rhythm of the show is so pitch perfect in a lot of ways, because everybody's, playing the same song, I guess. But yeah, we try to be respectful. But I like the way you had a lot of gusto. If I did say I was...
So we did, yeah.
I liked, maybe I will use that tactic now. And I will blame you when I get fired.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over here on the right.
Hello, my name is Kenneth. I wanted to know that how far apart are the similarities from the characters you guys play compared to your own lives? And seeing as how you guys have been through so many seasons playing those two characters, did you become more of a nerd playing a nerd? Or were you less of a nerd before you started playing?
Nothing can turn me into a nerd. It's not gonna happen. I think we're all pretty far away from those guys, but then there are obviously, we all bring a big part of ourselves to it, so they do start to kind of it gets a little blurred there are things where sometimes they're writing and I'm like, oh, there's some similarities in our lives.
Sometimes when Sai and I are hanging out, we'll just he'll be making fun of me the whole time, and then the writers will hear that and they'll put that in the script.
Right.
That's when I was doing the American accent and you were doing the accent. That was the time we were hanging out in the bar. The writers heard that.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, how you doing?
Right.
And you were like,
yeah.
What are you doing? They go, whatever you're doing.
So sometimes, and then there was there are moments where I, will find myself eating takeout and, playing a game or something, and I'm like, wait a minute, I never did this before our show. And it's turning me. But I think we're way cooler. I mean, just look at us,
No, but that happens all the time. It's like someone will say, oh, you're cool in real life. I'm like, because I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt?
Yeah.
And not
it's not hard.
It's not hard,
To step off that stage and look a little cooler, it's not really saying that much.
That's awesome. Great. Over here.
Great question. My name's Brittany. I was wondering for Simon, if you were ever offered or if you wanted to sing a song in Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog.
Are you offering? I know. I ended up. I was asked to play that part, and there was no music, and I was sort of thankful because they're all such great singers. But we did the commentary, and there was a song on there that I played piano on and sang. And I can do fun, if it's like funny singing. But Neil Patrick Harris it's beyond just funny. He's insanely good at singing. You would not have wanted me to sing on that, even if you think you did. Yeah. Thank you.
Over there on the right.
How do you feel about your co-stars?
Worst. Ever since Jim won his 4th Emmy, he just parks his car sideways, takes up all the spots.
Yeah, he wants to win enough so that he can hang one around each of our necks every day at rehearsal.
No, we're all very lucky. We get along. 8 years into the show, we still get along like the first time we met. So we're very, very blessed.
Yeah, when Kunal insulted my height, the first time we met, that's how we get along. It's great. No, yeah, it's a. What if we just right now revealed that we just hated each other? No, we're here together. We're in Canada together. We how much more love do you need to see than that?
Well, I think there's enough love between us.
Yeah, we have kissed on the show.
Remember how awkward that was for me?
Speak for yourselves. Remember how we told you to get the writers to write stuff in? They saw us kissing at a bar one night. Honesty is sometimes free.
This has been a very great panel so far. We've learned a lot, I think.
Yeah.
You have seen a variety of Canadians. It's great. Over here on the left.
Hi, sorry, I'm catching myself after hearing about you kissing at a bar.
Yes. You can stop crying. It's
It's
in the
past.
past.
I'm gonna stay in there for a while.
I know.
Gouge it out later.
Yes.
It's a power drill. Anyways, before I get to the question, I'm sorry if I take too long to play me off stage like it's the Oscars, I guess. I hope you guys know how much you've done for geeks out there. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had this happen to, but I've collected comics my whole life. I can name more people who played Batman than I could name NHL hockey players. And in Canada, that means you're back of the bus. But nowadays, nobody says, oh, you're a nerd, eh? Not just throw it in the A because it's how we talk. But they say, you're like the guy for the Big Bang Theory. And then they meet my wife and they're like, you're Howard. She's the one embarrassed about 6 rows up. Stupid bitch. She's got a room full of comic books. But you guys have been great because now it's mainstream. We're here. We have Comic-Con's a thing that's a holiday, like a vacation destination. So to the question part, what's it like for you two to have the most awkward romance in the show? Particularly the scene where you got the machine and you're like, no, sorry, I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm gonna try to do you. No, give it to little Tom. Like, it wasn't Russian, so I thought it'd be fine.
And he says that all the time, so yeah.
What's the question?
I think you just wanted to tell everybody that you're married, right?
Yeah.
I put a ring on it. What's it like being the bromance, perhaps the most awkward relationship in the
It's
show?
a lot of fun. I mean,
You know what? Wait, I just remember. Sorry to interrupt you.
what are you gonna say?
Growing up
Wait, what are you gonna say?
in the United States. No, when we were shooting that like the tongue and the mouth, the whatever it is, the animatronic thing. See, I don't remember even what it was called, but the simulator thing. And we had to kiss. The most awkward thing was that our prop guy is this like big burly guy. He had to control. They were like puppets, so he was hiding like at crotch level under this table, like just watching our mouths and like trying to feel.
And then the director would be like, more tongue, and he'd like be, he'd be like, but
So there's a man at a crotch like pulling, just like a hawk watching our lips and waiting for them to touch and then whatever. It was so yeah.
You really, that was brilliant when you brought the button on the scene when you actually grab it. by the back of the head, remember?
Yeah. It was.
I taught him that.
That was brilliant. You are right, and you have fantastic taste. No, it can be. It's a lot of fun. It's fun, and it's sort of tapered out a little bit, and that's again a testament to the writers and just their finger is on the pulse of these guys. So we do actually grow throughout the years, but just very, very small baby steps, and so it takes 6 years to hold a girl's hand or to speak to whatever it may be. So that's. Yeah, so the bromance is sort of, we're growing up a little bit, but very slowly. But who wouldn't want to simulate making out with Kunal while a giant man puppets under a desk? It's a dream come true.
I hope someone walked in right at that part.
Yeah. Yes,
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Over here on the... Yell it. If you yell, okay, well, yeah, head over there.
We should be able to fix that, right? Our characters are...
Hi, I'm Nicole.
Hi.
So I was wondering if you guys could tell us any embarrassing story about your other co-stars.
Yes, they asked us to do that, actually. Oh, I mean, that would be, what kind of dish? Well...
I'm literally trying to think.
I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah,
someone that like forgets the lines the most, or someone that...
I break them.
Kunal.
I'll say my own joke and start laughing.
He laughs a lot. Yeah.
I literally make a joke and I'm like, that's so good, and I just start laughing.
Yeah.
So, no, but I break a lot.
He's his biggest fan. It's...
What else?
Yeah, I think...
No. Before every taping, I take a nap, and we have our dressing rooms right next to each other. And this is sort of pre-show ritual. I take a nap before the taping, and I don't set my alarm because I'm always woken up by Simon, who's warming up his voice for the show, and I'm asleep, and I hear.
It makes you feel better. I'm in my underwear, but you gotta loosen up, So.
What if you actually were in your underwear? I want to like that.
Yeah, that would be. All right.
Next question.
Next question. Thank you. I will stay on that side.
I am in my underwear, by the way. Not now. But I like to, you gotta loosen up.
What are you talking about? Just stop talking.
Hello. My question is for Simon. It's like, I forget the episode, but how did it make you feel when you finally told Sheldon off because you only have an engineering degree when you were the only person in his class when he was the professor at school?
Yeah, that, I feel like, have I done that a couple times? I don't know, I feel like we're always going at it. It's fun, except, well, I mean, Jim is so great, and it's like, those scenes are fun because you're really kind of going head to head, and you never get the satisfaction because Sheldon he never learns really. So it's like you want to give him the 1-2 punch, and then he's got some great line that just undercuts the whole thing. So it's hard to put him in his place. I think Howard will always be his bitch forever.
Thank you. Okay, I hear the mic is fixed over here.
Okay,
nice testing. Professional.
It's a good thing it's working, because then I would have had to resort to my best Howard's mom impression.
Oh, thank God.
Howard!
Oh, jeez. Hey, it's working. Come on.
I'm just kidding. You mentioned earlier that sometimes if the joke just isn't working on the audience, you rewrite it until they get it. What is the most amount of times a joke has had to be rewritten?
Well, the joke is not on the audience. Let's just get that. We don't make it's for the audience. But
what's about most? It's not a lot, to be honest. I mean,
no.
What happens on tape nights is the writers will have a pretty good temperature for what's going to work and what's not. And if they think that something might not work, they'll already have 3 or 4 odd jokes ready to go. And you should see these guys.
But sometimes they come up with it. Sometimes there's a joke all week that is destroying, and you get in front of the audience and they don't like it, or it comes across mean, or the audience is very protective of us. So it's, you know, even though like we can be snarky, there's this very fine line, and then the other way around too. Sometimes things don't work, but then in front of the audience, they do. We rehearse all week, and you know, so people, the writers and everyone come and laugh. And but
has anything ever taken too long though?
I mean, we've been out there. I've done things sometimes where we'll do a scene and the scene doesn't. It might be because I'm in it, but the scene doesn't work particularly. Something is off, and they'll rewrite the whole scene, and they'll take 40 minutes. They don't.
That's rare.
And it's very, very, very rare. It's happened like twice. But it's scary because you're in front of 250 people and they're rewriting a scene, and then you have like a couple minutes to kind of look at it, and it's a different way of working that I think we've all gotten used to. But the writers are as fast as you can imagine. So it's not, we just get it, we do it until we get it, and it's, you know, our tapings are usually like a few hours long. So start to finish. So it's a good group.
Thank you much. Good impression. Over on the left.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you for coming out to Edmonton. My question is for Simon. Your character prior to Bernadette was notorious for awesome relationship advice. What is your favorite wall of wisdom?
Coined that. You should register that on the, you know, wall of wisdom. It's hard for me to remember all the sleazy things that I've said as that character. I do, for some reason, I really enjoyed the episodes where, like when we came in with the tattoo sleeves, and I loved the big bravado of those entrances of like, I've got this all figured out, when I wore the eye patch. I mean, I love the peacocking and the complete, just dense ignorance of this guy who believed that he was God's gift to women.
You know what? One thing you said, I don't think it was a wall of wisdom, but I'll never forget when you said Penny's neighbor's in town and he's sleeping with her or something, and he shows up in Penny's robe. Remember? And you're like, and you say, yeah, we just threw all of her something together, like one big erotic bouillabaisse.
Right.
I just keep saying that.
It's been a while since I've said things like that. Yeah. So yeah, erotic bouillabaisse is a phrase that doesn't come around often. But I hope that I brought Canada something to hold on to. That one's yours, guys.
I'll have to use it today in a sentence. But hopefully not you next. Great. Thanks very much. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Kaden, and if you're wondering why my mom is, she left me. She's at the casino.
The saddest group of children I've ever seen. Been abandoned by his mother because she has a gambling addiction. Other guys.
My question is, what's the most embarrassing episode you've ever been in?
For me, when I had to wear that... It's all happening in this panel, isn't it? It's just all happening.
That's another kid being tortured. I mean, I don't know what the laws are out here for... when I was like depressed and I had to parade around in underwear and eat lobster at the same time, that was pretty embarrassing. And then like I had to like wear 3 underwears and like it was just a mess. Remember? I tried to block it out. What's your most embarrassing? That was the most embarrassing for me. That was embarrassing for me too, to have to look at it. I don't know. What is the... when we dressed up as, you know, when I was Cat Girl, I think... It's not embarrassing, it's just unfortunate. Were you Cat Girl? I don't know what I was, but it was I was Catwoman. I was not attractive. And, that leather costume I wore, man, that was like... Hot, smoking. I'll take that home if you know what I'm I didn't. It's getting really hot in the front row over here.
Something's happening here. Excellent. I hope you find your mom.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we have about 10 minutes left, so we'll keep...
Wow.
Only 10 more minutes? That sucks.
But you guys have...
It's so fun, we can talk to you all day. But...
autograph sessions tonight.
Oh, here's a little girl. She's put up for adoption.
again. We'll go here and then we'll come back. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Hi. I just want to say that I just love your show and it's just great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a question for Simon.
Good choice.
Yeah, you're like 4-1 right now.
I would just love it if you could do your Nicolas Cage impression.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to thank you, Edmonton. I just want to say that Canada is in no way the retarded stepchild of the U.S. You are a legitimate child. Although the way you treat your children out here doesn't bode well, so please, whatever you can do for the child labor laws, stop abandoning your kids for casinos.
Now can you do Raj doing Nicolas Cage and throw in a Russian accent?
My question's also for Simon, sorry. I do love Big Bang Theory, but I really love Dr. Marvel's Sing Along Along. My question is, can you talk a little bit about that experience? And I was also wondering how it came about. Were you just an actor for hire, or are you a peripheral part of the Whedonverse?
I went to high school with a couple of the Whedons, Jed and Zach, Whedon High, and we were friendly, and they just said, hey, there was during the writer's strike when we were not shooting the show, and they said, do you want to do this little internet thing, and it's, we're trying to create our own content because the studios are all screwed up and everyone's on strike and maybe we don't need the studios. And I said, all right, so I went over and I read this thing, we did a reading, and I heard the music, and I was blown away. So I was just lucky enough to be asked to join that group, and then they had to pour all sorts of weird glycerin on my face every day and make everything as damp as possible. And it was a couple days, and I will never live down the name Moist for the rest of my life. Thanks to the Whedons. Everywhere I go, someone will yell Moist. And I always say, can you tell? But yeah, so we'll see. But it was a great opportunity.
Thanks very much. Okay, now we're getting a 5-minute mark, so that line is it's awesome. I just prepare yourselves. You might not all get to ask questions. I'll be the bad guy. You guys don't have to be the bad guy. It's okay. All right, over here on the left.
Hi, my question is for both of you. I was just wondering if you had a favorite superhero and who it is and why.
Aquaman sucks.
Well, do you want to go? You're answering the question, right? Do you have a superhero in your mind? Sure. I mean, I'll be really. I guess it's sort of obvious, but I feel like Superman. I just grew up really loving Superman and he's got so many powers. I was a huge fan of the original movie growing up. So I would say, and a cardboard cutout of Superman. I always thought I looked kind of like him, but I was wrong. I needed glasses. So
I think that. It's not a superhero, but I was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fun fact, do you guys know that Chuck Lorre wrote the theme song for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? True fact. Would never have known that, but now you do. Look at it. I always liked Raphael because he was the bad boy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the greatest moment of my life. And yours, right?
Awesome. Thank you. Over here. Is your mom with you?
No.
Okay. All the mothers are back there. You guys gotta take care of these kids.
spontaneous.
All right, sorry, we'll let you ask your question. Go ahead.
Are you guys ever embarrassed with some of the questions you have? I mean, with some of the outfits you have to wear?
Yes, all of it, every day. Every day the pants seem to get tighter and tighter.
You should see Simon trying to get into his pants. It's unbelievable.
There's like a team of people that they hire. They come out with, Crisco, and then they roll them up, and they grease me, and they're pulling, and I have to be suspended from the ceiling.
Yeah, they're suspended from the ceiling, and they lower him into his pants.
Yeah, they attach a truck to
And he wears these belt buckles that are so big, they basically just press in areas that have left permanent marks.
Yeah, not a lot of blood flow going on below the waist. She needs to learn. Her mom's not going to teach her.
Man, we're never invited back. Oh, so sorry.
Thank you. Okay.
But just so you know, you were born because you...
It is time we had to talk with you.
If anyone's going to give her the talk, it should be you two.
I think so. Come on up.
All right, over here on the left.
Hi, my name's Simon too, and I was wondering, is Jim Parsons anything like Sheldon?
Well, congratulations on your name, first of all.
Thank you.
You chose wisely. I think, to the degree that we all have some similarities, but no, also just our lives are, none of us know anything about physics. I hate to, we learn a little bit, but...
We're not smart in real life.
Yeah.
And people literally think that we're smart, and we're just actors, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're low on the totem pole of education.
Yeah, the education system is rough.
Is he, like, no?
No,
He has
no.
some errors.
He's maybe like he's a homebody, I would say, and Sheldon
He likes to wash his hands, though.
Sure.
That's one thing.
Yeah. But no, I think we all have, just enough that we're not being thrown in a mental asylum. We relate just ever so slightly. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to function.
Good talk.
Yeah. So there you are. If you ever want to know anything else,
just give us a call.
Yeah.
Thanks, Simon. All right, over here on the right.
I'm Melissa, and I was wondering how old you are.
Combined, or then we never know.
I was always taught to never ask a lady their age.
Yes. You've admitted.
Therefore, let me answer. I am.
We're 66.
How old do you think?
We're a
How old do you
66-year-old.
That's good. That's a good question. How old do you think we are?
She knows that.
You literally, you won't insult us.
Well, she might.
Okay, take a wild guess. You can't Google it, so stop Googling it right now. Google is the stupidest word in the world.
When you say it,
when I say it,
it's a particular quirkiness to it.
Alright, so you're not going to answer? Okay. I am 23. Why are you laughing? That's so mean. He's not.
And I'm 18 today, so it's an honor to be here on my birthday.
That's legal in Alberta, so you're fine.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
It's open season.
There we go.
Look, this is a crash course, guys, and
We're learning a lot. Okay, we have time. Sorry, guys, we have time for one last question.
We do 2 more questions.
Okay, fine. You're the bosses.
2 more questions. Am I going to get in trouble? No?
It just gets more bold every time. There's a screen there. It gets bigger. But 2 questions. Let's do it.
They're running out of font size.
Get off the stage.
You will be deported.
What's that letter?
Yeah, that's a lot of.
What?
That's a lot of swear words for a screen. No.
I get deported twice.
The double D port.
All right, let them ask a question.
Okay, 2 more questions. So 1 and then 2 and that's it. Sorry guys.
Okay, so we just want to say that we love the show, like me and my parents. And my question for you is, if you could play any other character on the show, who would it be?
That's a very good question.
That's your
I don't want to pick up with Shawnee all the time. I don't. What? Can I answer the question?
Yeah, wow.
That's a really good question.
You have stopped this entire panel. People are exiting.
I don't even.
It'd be fun to play. It'd be fun to play Jim's character just to see if I could make it through some of those speeches, and I can sit in that spot once and for all. And I know it's a rehearsal cushion now, which I didn't know before, but I'd like the real deal.
I think it'd be fun to play Bernadette. I think it'd be fun to play Melissa. Just do that voice.
And to kiss me and...
Oh, no.
Is there a therapist in the house?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You don't have to be Freud to know what just happened.
All right, next question. Now it's yours, yes.
This last question. I feel it's fitting that it's an unattended child by themselves, so go ahead.
Hi, can I get a ride home? My parents left me here last year. And it's just really cold.
All right, lad, go ahead.
I was wondering,
It's not me hard.
Yeah, sorry.
what did you feel like when you met Penny, Leonard, Sheldon, and Bernadette and Amy?
Well, we didn't meet them all at once, and it was well, yeah. I mean, let's see. It's that's interesting. I think I met when I auditioned. I met Jim, who plays Sheldon, and I had met Kaylee briefly like once before, but they were both there. So I sort of I do remember that very clearly. Jim was already cast as Sheldon because they actually made our pilot. The first episode they made before 1 year earlier. They made Kunal and I were not in it, and it was a completely different show. There was actually a girl who played kind of a combination of our characters. So they ended
That
up,
makes sense.
Yeah. To Kunal, they went the next best thing. They couldn't get a girl, so they got Kunal for the second time around. And yeah, they fixed the show a lot, and they added us and Kaylee. And Kaylee.
It was a much darker pilot.
It was
dark world.
It's on YouTube if anyone wants to go see it.
So we kind of. I mean, I do remember the first table reading. I feel like was an official.
I remember going out for a margarita with Kaylee and she not being old enough to drink.
Yeah.
When we started the show.
It didn't stop
that was 8 years ago. It didn't stop me. Yeah.
It didn't stop him. He got her drunk.
That's in the storyline.
Lock up your daughters. No, yeah, that's right. She was. Yeah.
No, that's from the show, you guys. Another way you said.
When in doubt, Kunal is quoting himself from the show. To quote myself. But yeah, the first table read was kind of like a real introduction, and it is hard to imagine at any point in our lives not knowing those people because we've known them so long. We've been pretty close, but and then Amy and Bernadette's characters were added later, and they were only there really for one episode to start, and they were so incredible, and we just hit it off.
I think that they really took the show into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
When they were added, it's so nice to have that female element to the show, we love them so much. And wonderful people, wonderful.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, well, sadly that's brought our time to the end. Kunal, one thing I want to let you know is that your movie, Dr. Cabby, opened in Canada last week to record-breaking numbers all across Canada. If you ever want to see Kunal eat a condom, that's the movie to do it.
And so a condom is...
is there? I want to plug one thing. It doesn't have to do with condoms.
Then no.
But it could, yeah. I'm in a movie called We'll Never Have Paris, and it's going to come out in January 22nd. So it's called We'll Never Have Paris, and you can look it up. And there's a Facebook page, and it's really awesome. And you know, there are no condoms. Did you say you ate a condom?
Choose it. You choose it.
You chew it. Oh, there's more reason to come see my movie. There's no. Why would you do such a thing?
We want to say also, like, thank you guys, because I know just being here and seeing you guys being here, it means so much to us. You don't know how much it means to us. The words can't describe it. So thank you for being fans of us and, you know, making all of our dreams come true.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see how you guys are. Thank you. After this, and we're going to be doing more autographs. If you guys want to come and take a picture or get something signed, we're very nice. We are smaller in person. Don't be disappointed, but
thank you so much, guys.